Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I said it backwards because it's evening for me. How are all my soul sisters and brothers here? I hope you're doing great. Tonight, for me, I'm going to speak as tonight because it's tonight for me. It's morning for you. This is more of a one-on-one conversation with Virgo. I do want to wait until my other two moderators come on. I'm waiting for Kim and I'm waiting for Pia. So I'm going to put my glasses on and make sure. Josie and Mickey, I believe I've already made you moderators for this event. Yes, we're streaming live from Greece. I'm not doing tarot card readings this evening. I was compelled. Namaste, Prega. I was compelled to speak to you about certain things. And Mickey, I would appreciate it when I'm speaking about certain things like manifesting or love and compassion or about soulmates or about spiritual paths. Maybe we can give that like a timestamp, right? For people to be able to check that out later on. If that's okay, if we can do that, Mickey? Yeah, we can do that. Victoria, thank you for the hearts. So, Virgo, I'll be checking on Pia and Kim later on. So Virgo, listen, the reason why I wanted to have this conversation with you is because you know I read your comments every day. And I feel there's certain things that I need to talk to you about because I love you and I care about you. And I think you guys know that when I'm doing my readings, right? How I pick up on your energies. I feel a very strong connection with you. I don't feel that we have crossed paths. There has to have been a reason why you gravitated towards me. Now, I know for some of you this may seem strange, but I need to explain something. When we think about angels, what do we think about angels? Do we think that angels are just cute little cherubs that are flying around with the angel wings and just looking really cute and heavenly? I think not. Angels are the protection, are our protection from everything that is not good in the universe, right? We're always praying to our angels. We're always asking for their protection. Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, so on and so forth, right? Virgo, have you ever sat to think why us, as brothers and sisters, as Virgos, have gone through so much that we have gone through? Betrayal, heartbreak, manipulation, people stealing from us. I mean, you name it, right? We've gone through it. Do you ever sit and think that maybe we too are angels? That in the time to come, because we are service of others, we've experienced this pain over and over and over again to become stronger, to become soldiers of the spiritual realm, to protect its light. I'm just saying. Because we're still all here, right? We're still all standing. We're still service to others. We still come from a place of compassion and love, right? We do set up our boundaries, but sometimes we need to, right? To protect our energies, right? When some things become out of control and out of balance. And sometimes we just need to put people in a timeout so they can think about what they're actually doing, right? So I just wanted to give you food for thought on that. For those of you that have been with me from the time I started Heart Passion Tarot, I believe it was back in, when you look at the about, it says 2016. I did want to start my channel in 2016. I'm going to get comfortable because I feel like I'm with my family. And you guys do the same thing too. Grab coffee, grab whatever you want, and let's chit chat. It says that I started my channel in 2016, but that's not the case because I was in a place where they weren't allowing YouTube in the country that I was in. That happened much later on in 2019, when the country that I was living in at that particular time was Cyprus, and they made YouTube available. And that's when I actually was able to start my channel. So I don't want any confusion there. I believe I started my channel, it was in June of 2019. When I was doing my super chats, I felt like it was a good time. And I've helped a lot of people, you guys, a lot of people from Heart Passion Tarot. I wanted to start my channel to give advice, to give help, right? Especially when it came to issues about love. And of course, people want visual, right? To back up what you're saying. So I always knew from a young child that I was connected with spirit. Okay. So I figured, okay, I will use the tarot to get my message across to everyone. But I knew that certain people that were coming into my path were coming into my path for a reason, for me to help, or for us to come together in union. In March of 2019, and if you can go back and watch my super chats, because I'm not lying, I was always telling people that we needed to come from a place of compassion and love, because I was feeling that something really bad was going to come in the future, and that we all needed to come from a place of forgiveness and compassion and love. Well, lo and behold, we are where we are right now, and I think you guys don't need me to say it. So something was telling me back then that I needed to say something and try to get everybody into the light. In 2019, I think if you guys can all look back, we really weren't in the same place as we were in 2020 or where we are starting this new year in 2021. I saw a difference in 2020 where people were getting more enlightened. People were getting more connected with spirit. And the belief in the divine, in spirit, in God was coming back again. Whereas in 2019, I think a lot of people just totally lost vision of that. In a way, what's going on right now, COVID, yes? I feel, well, it's sad that we're losing people, of course. But I feel in a way, it has made us all look within as to who we are, what we stand for, what we want out of this life, who we love and appreciate. If we have children, right? It's given us that time to spend more time with them and show them the love that they've been not getting 100% from us, because we're always out working, doing, running this, that, right? Running a 9-to-5 job. So as a family unit, a lot of us are coming back together again, which is so important, right? Right. It's also making you take a look at your husband, your wife, your live-in partner, right? Because you're with them all the time. It really opens your eyes as to, is this really the person that I'm supposed to be with? Is this the person that I truly love? It really shows you personalities come out, right? Traits come out when you really are face to face with somebody all the time. It's different when you see them in the morning and then you come home at night and all day long, you know, you're both doing your own thing, right? Right. So in a way, this has been a blessing too. Even though it is a loss and it's sad, it's also a blessing too. And I'd like to look at it as a blessing because it's really helped a lot of people really go within, search for the answers, try to correct things that needed changing, really appreciate life and all that it has to offer, and love, right? Loving the people that are around us, appreciating life, nature, right? How many of you have started praying in the morning and praying at night before you go to sleep? How many of you now are now saying that you're thankful for everything that you have, or for having another day on this earth, right? It's not the world that has a problem. The world is a beautiful place, from its sun to its trees to its flowers, right? To the animals that are in our life, the people that are around us. The world is a beautiful place. Unfortunately, though, there are people and circumstances that make it not so pleasant. So, Virgo, what I'm trying to tell you is everything has to start from within, okay? Once you can get, right, your emotional and your spiritual lined up, right? And then, of course, we've got the physical and the mental. You got to get all four of those things lined up. And it's within you in order to create the joy that's around you. I want to talk about manifesting. You know, everybody thinks, oh, you know, I'm going to go out to the full moon and I'm going to say I want this, 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 and that. Or I'm going to listen to a mantra and I'm going to have everything that I want. I was laughing the other day, you guys. I was watching an advertisement. I'm not going to say names, and they're saying, oh, you know, I watched this mantra. You can watch this now. And you can make, you know, millions of dollars. Look, you know, that's ridiculous. The thing is, what happens with most of us is when we're manifesting or we want something, whether it's a soulmate, whether it's a new house, whether it's a car, whether it's a new job, whether whatever, okay? The problem is that 1 minute we want it, 1 minute we want something else. Or 1 minute we say we want it, and the next minute we don't want it. You can't manifest that way. If you truly want something, you have to know that you want it, but you can't change your mind, right, over and over again, or not sure that you really want it. It's the power that's within you that makes that happen, okay? The only reason that when you listen to a mantra, right, that's supposed to bring you success or giving you wish fulfillment or manifestation, because guess what? You're closing your mind off to everything else and you're just focusing on that mantra, right? Which actually just puts your focus on one thing. Your mind is not here, there, and everywhere else and overthinking and changing your mind and thinking, well, okay, yeah, I want a house, but okay, but you know, you may say, okay, I want a house with 2 bedrooms. And you start manifesting it. And then all of a sudden you go, well, no, I don't want it to have 2 bedrooms. Maybe 3 would be better. Oh yeah, and while we're at it, why don't we add a you know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is, when you're manifesting, you got to know what you want, and you have to use the force within you to make it happen. All right. On this planet that we live in, right? Everything that's on this planet, whether it's a building or a factory or whatever else, it all came from man or woman, right? It all started with a thought process. And after that thought process became into existence. And that's basically what you need to do. You need to think about it, right? And make it happen. And not look for anybody else to make it happen for you. You make it happen for yourself. Like I said, a lot of people say to me, oh, you know, how do I get rid of negative energies? Okay. Well, the thing is that when we start talking, if you're going to think that you need to get rid of negative energies, what's the first thing that you're going to think about? It's like me saying to you right now, you know what? All of you in here right now, I don't want you to think about donuts. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to start thinking about donuts, right? So all that stuff, right, about releasing negative energies and doing all this stuff, that's not the way you do it. The way you do it is getting in line with yourself, like I said, with your emotions, with your spirituality, with your intellect, and with your physical body. When you can line up all 4 of those things, then everything around you, you create joy around you. And then you're able to manifest. You're able to find the love of your life. When we talk about love and compassion, right? I know, Virgo, you say to me, but I am forgiving. Yes. Yes, we are forgiving. We are loving. We are compassionate. Sometimes beyond to the point that we should have said, stop already, right? But Virgo, you shouldn't stop being the way you are because certain people out there are a certain way. There is no good and bad, right? The thing is that when people act that way, it's because they don't know any better. I'm not saying for you not to set up boundaries for yourself. Of course you should, if you feel you need to. But I'm telling you, at times, it's better to keep your silence and not say anything at all, instead of getting angry or upset or holding that sadness or resentment inside of you. Because you know what, Virgo, you're not hurting anybody else except yourself, really, because you're keeping that all bottled up inside. The fear, being disappointed, being hurt. You're not doing anybody any good, really. You're only hurting yourself by keeping that inside. So if there's a way, like I found myself a couple of days ago, right? Thinking about everything. Believe you me, we all have been hurt. We've all gone through bad circumstances. I mean, the stuff that we should have not put up with, as long as we did. But we did it out of compassion. We did it to be helpful. We did it to be service to others, right? Because that's just our nature. And I feel, and I'm sorry if anybody else other than a Virgo is watching this right now, but I really feel there was a reason why our zodiac sign is the way it is. I truly believe that. Because I can't think of another zodiac sign that is the way it is. Truly. There's a reason for that. Because Virgo's the one that looks at every detail. Virgo's always the one who wants to help, right? Wants to heal, wants to give advice. Feels actually sorry for somebody when they see somebody struggling. And if they can help out, they will, by all means, because that's just our nature. So it's not a bad thing. It's a very nice thing. And I feel as the years come, Virgo, we are going to be needed more and more by everyone. With our love, with our compassion, with our knowledge, right? Every time you help somebody, it's one more person you're helping. And you don't even realize it through your lifetime, Virgo. But if you're going to sit and think right now, think about how many people you've actually helped. And don't get me wrong with what I'm saying right now. But like if you don't know the saying, as above, so below, right? And if you can follow that principle, you'll always live a very beautiful life. You'll be able to go to sleep at night and say, you know what? I did the best that I can. Because when we all leave, we don't take anything with us except how people remember us, right? What type of person we were on this planet, on this universe, whatever you want to call it. So Virgo, I don't want you being hard on yourself. And I feel like maybe today is the day that you kind of wipe the slate clean, right? Whatever's happened has happened. You can't hold on to that. And you can't have it stop you from living your future or finding the love of your life, right? If you can just think, when you were a little kid, right? You were smiling, you were cheerful, you were happy about everything. When love finally came into your life and you fell in love for the first time, what a wonderful feeling that was. Yes? Yes. So maybe it's just time to leave all that behind, right? And start over. And remember how beautiful life is, right? And how much it has to offer. Maybe get more in touch with nature and all your surroundings that are around you. I'm just saying. Let's talk about soulmates. Now, there's been controversy about soulmates, right? Soulmates exist, they don't exist, there's no such thing. Oh, yes, there is. Right? I'm going to have my IQOS. I don't smoke cigarettes, but I do have my IQOS. Through my own experience, I have to say that soulmates and twin flames exist, because there's absolutely no other way to explain it. There just is no other way to explain it. How you telepathically communicate with somebody. And it's not only in your own head, because when you finally get together with that twin flame or soulmate, they will tell you things that you were thinking, that they were actually hearing you say to them when you were not even talking to them. Do you understand what I'm saying? How do you explain that, right? Or you're thinking something and you don't say it, but your twin flame already knows what you're thinking and you're about to say. What I'm saying to you, there's a lot of different things that happen between a soulmate and a twin flame, a lot of synchronicities, a lot of things that just kind of blow you away and you go, what is this? What's going on here, right? So they do exist. Now, it all depends from what country you're in, what your beliefs are. Some people say, oh, the U.S. believes in soulmates. Other countries say, well, we don't believe in this. It's okay. I do truly believe that when you do meet your true soulmate, that the two of you are brought together because there's some kind of work that you're supposed to do in the future together for the universe, for mankind. There's a reason why the divine wants the two of you together. And it's not by coincidence. Now, we're not talking about karmic soulmates. We're not talking about toxic soulmates, because that's a whole other conversation. You have karmic soulmates because you're supposed to learn something from them, or they trigger something in you so that you can better yourself, right? Right. And then we've got the toxic toxic soulmates, right? Who actually come into our lives for us to truly learn a lesson. See, the thing is, Virgo, it doesn't matter if we fall down 50 times or 100 times. They're all lessons. And that's how you need to look at it. And not go, oh my God, this and that, I'm never going to be happy. That's the wrong outlook to have. You need to take every life experience, and even if it's a bad one, as a lesson, to learn from it and move forward, right? Even when you're going after your goals or your dreams, right? Sometimes you're going to have wins. Sometimes you're going to have losses. And sometimes those losses is because you got to go back to the drawing board and rethink it and do it a little bit differently. But it doesn't mean because it doesn't work out the first time the way that you want, that you need to just stop pursuing your dreams or your goals. This evening, let's talk about, I did talk about that to a certain extent, about love and compassion. So I'm inviting you today, if you can, whatever all that stuff was that hurt you, and the thing is too, we're all learning, they're all showing, and the children, right, that, when you're angry, when you're upset, the first thing that you need to do is go knock somebody out, or you need to go punch a wall, or, look, that's not the way you deal, or to seek out revenge. What is that going to do? Absolutely nothing. Because I can tell you, Virgo, if you were to think like that, trust me, after a little while, you'd feel really bad for behaving that way. And you would know, because Virgos actually have good hearts and a conscience, that you'd realize that, God, you know what, I shouldn't have behaved like that. That just wasn't right, right? So when you get to a point where maybe you're losing patience, maybe you're angry at somebody, you have every right to be. Don't try to seek revenge or seek judgment on somebody. Let them figure it out for themselves. If you have to, just retract and just don't say anything, because sometimes silence speaks 100 words. I'm just saying, right? There's always going to be somebody out there who is going to act ugly. And that's why it's your job to take the higher ground, should we say. And like I said, if you feel you're at the point where you're ready to say something that you may regret later, the best thing is to retreat and keep your silence. I'm just saying, right? For a lot of times too, we may come up with our own conclusions as to why certain things happened. And we may react and say things, again, that we may regret. We may not have all the facts. We may not have all the details, right? So sometimes it's better just to keep to ourselves. Truth always gets revealed, Virgo. It could take a day, it could take a week, it could take a month, a year, 5 years, 10 years. For some reason, there always is something about the truth. The truth always reveals itself, especially when somebody has told you a lie. So no, at some point, you may not have all the answers now, but at some point you will. So Virgo, I think it's time to start loving life. I think it's time to put whatever that pain is behind. And start loving yourself as if you were 5 years old. Because if you were 5 years old, you would be making that 5-year-old happy. If that 5-year-old was hungry, you'd get it something to eat. If that 5-year-old wanted to go run in the park, you'd take it to the park, right? If that 5-year-old wanted a chocolate bar, you'd go get that chocolate bar for that 5-year-old, right? If that 5-year-old wanted a hug and love, you'd give that 5-year-old a hug and love. So it's time for you to give yourself some self-love, right? And know that everything that you've done in this lifetime and in your future was not a mistake, was not a failure, was nothing that you should be sad about or feel hurt about, right? As long as you know that you came from a good heart space, Virgo, that's what's most important. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. And if you can get yourself in that kind of mind space, and again, like I'm saying, align yourself, that's what's so important, right? With your spirituality, with your emotions, with your intellect, and then, of course, with your physical body. Then you're going to see a major shift in the way you think and the way you perceive things, no matter what is going on around you, right? So I do want to take questions. Somebody wrote to me the other day, I'm not going to mention names. They suffered a loss. They lost their mother. And they just haven't been able to be okay since then. If you're watching me now, I just wanted to say, yes, I feel sorry for your loss. But you need to know that when people pass away, they never leave from our lives. We always keep them alive because we always think of them, we always love them, and we always remember them. And I do truly believe that even though your mother may not physically be there present with you, your mother is always with you, if you know what I mean. So I hope that brings you some comfort in knowing that. So I want to put my glasses on, and I want to talk with you guys, maybe about different things that you want to talk about. By the way, you may want to subscribe over to Psychic Royalty. I know it is the way it is right now. I was trying to give a platform for people to actually get themselves off the ground there, but it looks like people are just not motivated. So I thought about it today, and I think that would really be a good platform for me to go on there and make videos on different topics, on different things, on motivation, for people that need it. Okay. I feel like that's another thing that I can do on my behalf to show love and support for people that need it. So if you think that that's something that you would be interested in, because I'm going to be talking about all kinds of different things, then go ahead and subscribe there. Don't pay attention to the way it is now, because all that will be removed. And I'm going to start that off. I'm feeling a shift too, Virgo, that I feel that my life is taking in a different direction. And basically, it's what I've been wanting to do all my life, but I feel like, and I've been doing it, I've started doing it, but I feel like I want to do it more and more and more and more. So, subscribe over to Psychic Royalty if that's something that you would like to watch. Okay? All right, Virgo Soul Tribe. I love you very much. Josie, can you give them the link to Psychic Royalty? It is a YouTube channel. Like I said, I was letting other tarot card readers and people get on there to share their talents. But it looks like people are not, I think they're too afraid to speak, the majority of them. So I'm going to make it a platform for conveying my messages out there, and life coaching and spirituality and those kind of things. So if that's, I love you guys too, you know that. So if that's something that you want, then go ahead and subscribe there. Like I said, it's all going to change. All right. Hey, Kimmy, where are you, Kim? Okay, I'll answer you, Manya. I'm going to start answering questions now. Let me just get, Kim, can you type something on here, sweetheart, so I can make you a moderator? There you are. There's Kim. Hold on, Kimmy. You should be okay now. No, it's not www Psychic Royalty. It's www, right, youtube.com/Psychic Royalty. Okay, it's the other channel. You can find it on My Angels Have Got This, where it says channels. It's listed under there. When you first get into the channel, right, and it's got the about and community and all that stuff, you can find it there. I love you guys very much. All right, so let's get, Maya was saying, what is that? Why am I seeing angels in my dreams? Why am I doing that? I'll tell you why. A lot of you could have already, okay, remember back to what I was saying. The Virgo, angels are soldiers to protect us from evil, okay? I don't think you guys realized it, but within 2020, a lot of you may have been notified. You're seeing numbers, right? 1111, 222, yeah? Those are, that's spirit inviting you, okay? This is all happening, guys, because of what's coming in the future. I keep telling you this. They're preparing us. because there are going to be those of us that walk in the light, those of us that are service to others. In Virgo, we're huge on that. So who better to contact first? Which zodiac, right? So basically all the pain and everything that we've gone through, if you could try to understand what I was trying to say earlier, is because we're becoming soldiers for the divine, to prepare us for what's to come. You're going to see that this year, next year, and the other year that follows that, right? Sorry, let me just take a drink. That something not so good is kind of try to be a burden on us, right? Try to get us to do what they want us to do. It's not going to work, because I'll tell you what's going to happen. There is such an energy shift going on right now, right? That if you can understand this now, get a visual, right? There's going to be a group that walks in the light. And I'm not talking about a small group. I'm talking about, okay? Because there's a shift. More and more, more and more, more and more. And we're all grouping up, and we're all becoming sisters and brothers through the spiritual realm and through the psychic realm. That eventually what's going to happen is there is going to be the light, and there's going to be those that refuse to be in the light. And it's going to end up becoming that if you're not in the light, or in a certain way of being, coming from here, from the heart and soul space, that you're going to be looked upon a little bit differently. Do you know what I mean? We're all creating this beautiful, slowly, 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 we're all creating this beautiful light, right? If you can picture the globe, right? And for every single person that lives on that globe, on the globe, right? There's a little white light. I could tell you in 2019, I could see a visual of those lights slowly, slowly diminishing. In 2020, I'm seeing those lights coming back up again. So again, I'm telling you, it's very important that we all, because we all are going to need to be sister and brothers as the years come. Like I said, it's not a coincidence. We're all here together right now. Okay? Because we're all going to be helping one another. We're all going to be providing love. We're all going to be providing support to one another as we go through these transitions, which is a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. And personally, I feel honored to be able to do that. And you should too. I think it's really a nice thing. So Manya, back to your question, the angel dreams and everything else is your invitation. So you know, if you are seeing numbers, it's your invitation to the divine, to spirituality. Okay. 2-2, that's up there, Agnes. Those are your angels there. Okay. All right. What else do we got? Okay. I'm not answering questions, Renee, about relationships here and whether your person's coming back or not coming back. That's not what this conversation is about. Okay. I'm not discussing those kind of things. Vanessa, that negative pushback, we had that conversation about. Namaste, India. I love you. We just had a conversation about that. Hey, Angel 1111. 1111 is an invitation from the divine. So you need to get in touch with your spirituality because they're inviting you for a reason. Hey, Nikki. For the future, Gracie, and for now, for mankind. Absolutely, Vanessa. Okay, let's talk about that. A lot of people ask me about the ear ringing thing. Okay, first ear ringing thing is that when somebody's thinking about you intensely. Now, if somebody is close to you, I mean, like, you know, not at a very far distance from you or in your immediate surroundings, and this person is thinking about you, normally this ear will start ringing. If somebody at a distance is thinking about you, like a faraway distance, like past 2 hours, let's say, it's usually your left ear. Sometimes you have both ears ringing. It's that same person that you're thinking about at that same time. And they're thinking about you intensely to a point where they just can't, they're overthinking you. Other times, ear ringing, migraines you can get. Those are all parts of ascension, okay? The hour, if you wake up in the middle of the night without looking at a clock and the hour is 3:40 in the morning, that means you are very much connected to the divine. Is that somebody's birthday, maybe? That 0909? You said something about you're hearing your name being called out, but there's actually nobody there. That could be anybody, really. That could be maybe somebody who is no longer here in the 3D that's trying to get your attention in regards to something. It all has to do with what voice you're hearing, too. I'm not in the room with you, right? Is it a voice that's familiar to you? Okay, let's do numbers, all right? Give me 1 second. And then I will explain all the numbers to you so we can get that, so you guys can understand all the different numbers, okay? I'll go over them with you here so we can answer those questions about numbers. Is it here? Do I have it here or do I have it somewhere else? Yeah, I think I have it here. 1 second, everyone. I'm going to tell you what all the numbers mean so that way you know, okay? We already discussed 1111, right, and what that means. Okay, so let's decode the angel numbers. There's 111, 555, 444, 333, 666, 777, 888-999, 1010, 1111, right? Okay, so if you're seeing 111, that means it's time for you to pull your own personal power. Your dreams and your goals and your creativity are in full force. All right. Wow, we've got 610 people in the house. God bless you all. Thank you so much. And thank you for all your likes. It's amazing. I feel blessed. When you see 911, Carney, thank you so much. God bless you. A warning, pay attention to contracts, lies, the people around you. Be careful. 1111, this is telling you that whatever you are manifesting, wanting, wishing for is coming into fruition now. If you have planted your seeds, you will have abundance. You also may be seeing 1111 because you are aligned with your twin flame. Those were additional to the ones I told you. 333, you are fully supported by the Holy Trinity. If you are not religious, then it is the divine contacting you, and they are inviting you and asking you to explore their spiritual beliefs. 444, angels want you to work with them. You will be able to communicate with them better. 222, harmony, balance, and happiness. If you can picture a scale, it may let you know that you are in balance, or it may be telling you to put yourself in balance and to look at things clearly and make adjustments. Also, your soulmate is on their way. You guys liking this? This is fun. I love it when I teach. Okay, here we go. 555. Change is needed in your life. Change is coming whether you're ready or not. Quickly, it brings chaos like the Tower card in Tarot. It's letting you know that you need to make for the betterment of yourself, even if it's uncomfortable. It is for you to prepare. 777, evolving in the spiritual realm. It is an invitation to praying, meditating, etc., to bring you closer to your spirituality. 888, it's the infinity symbol, using your intuition to use your powers, to be creative. 888 also can have to do with a soulmate too, right? Because your true soulmate. Because it's a repetition, right? That when something is divinely guided to you, right? And you're supposed to be with this person, there's never an ending to this. And no matter if you're with them right now and you break up and then 5 years later somehow you meet again, right? 10-10-10, completion with your knowledge of the physical and spiritual world. 999, something is coming to an end, completion. All right. Oh, you want to do something fun? All right. You ready? I'm going to give you some information. Hey, Sabrina, just to change the subject a little bit, we can have some fun. All right. Listen, I did this whole thing on compatibility and passion between the Virgo sign and another sign. Okay. You want to know what the results were? Yes? You want to know? I had done this a long time ago. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Virgo dealing with an Aries. Your compatibility is 42%. Your passion between the two of you is actually 10. Virgo and Taurus. Your compatibility between the two of you is 73%, with your passion rate being 85%. Virgo and Gemini, compatibility 40%. Ooh, passion not so great. Only at 15. Virgo and Cancer, compatibility 77%. When it comes to passion, 95%. Virgo and Leo, compatibility 35%. Passion 55%. Virgo and Virgo, compatibility 80%. Passion is at 65%. Virgo and Libra, compatibility 30%. We don't do so great with those air signs, huh? I'm just saying. Passion. Do I need to say it? 1%. Virgo and Scorpio, compatibility 76%. Passion 65%. Virgo and Sagittarius, compatibility 60%. Passion 55%. Virgo and Capricorn, 77% compatibility, 65% passion. Virgo and Aquarius, compatibility 30%, passion 10%. Virgo and Pisces, wow, Virgo, I think this is the one. Virgo and Pisces, compatibility 86%, passion, you're never going to guess, 99%. Wow. I think we've been going together with the wrong signs. Anyways, I just wanted to share that for you for a good laugh. Okay, anything else you guys want to ask me while I'm here? Anything that's bothering you? I don't know, Audrey. The numbers are not looking so great. Berkut, you're funny. Yeah, it's just straight zodiac sign. It's not like, of course, the moon and all that stuff plays a part in all that as well. But it's just straight up zodiac sign. So don't get upset. I just thought it was funny. All right. It looks like it's Pisces. Pisces had the highest rating, I mean, in compatibility and passion. So you better find somebody who's either that or they got that in their chart heavily. Shakima? Yeah, probably not, sweetheart. Looking for Pisces, Julia Jules says. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Of course, I have to hide your thing because you wrote the F word, so I got to get rid of it. You can rewrite it again, but abbreviate it if you want. Absolutely, Veronica. If that's what you're hearing, that's what you're feeling, then you need to follow what you're being guided to do. All of you, really. I don't know, Victoria, what that 1, 2, 3, 4 is. You're not counting sheep, are you, while you're going to sleep? We're not talking, well, okay, Sherry, but I don't know what else you got in your chart. We're talking about a straight up Virgo with those signs. Yes, earth signs earth signs understand us very well because they're grounded. I don't know. Yes, opposites do attract. That is true. Maggie, when you see people that have passed away that are coming in your dreams, they're letting you know that they are around you and they are protecting you. That's what that means. If If you're getting confused about your chart, there's a lot of places like www.cafeastrology.com where you can put your statistics in, and they'll give you your whole chart, and you'll know exactly where everything is sitting. It'll make it a lot easier for you. I did speak about that, Jennifer, earlier. If you want, you can play back on that. That's very good, Victoria. Hey, Eve. Well, I'll give you an example of what happened with me. Okay. And you're going to, you know, some really bizarre things have happened where if I try to explain it to somebody, they don't believe me. They really don't believe me. I had a dream. There was a certain amount of money that I was waiting on, okay, for some past work that I had done years ago. But it just wasn't coming. The person that owed the money was not paying. And I had a dream. I didn't know what the exact amount was. I kind of had a round amount, you know, a round figure in my head about what it was supposed to be. I had a dream of a certain dollar amount, down to the cents, you guys. My father passed away 3 years ago. I loved him dearly. And there's not a day that doesn't go by that I don't miss him. But in this dream, there was a dollar amount, down to the cent. I'm not going to say what the amount was, but I remembered that amount. And the reason why I remembered it from my dream was because it was written in a check and it was given to me by my father. And I woke up and I said, what the heck is this? Why am I dreaming about my father giving me a check? And why am I specifically remembering the amount that it is? Right? You know, which is weird, right? Lo and behold, for the work I had done before, that I had waited years to get this money back. And I'm telling you, I'm doing my cross right now in front of you. The check amount that I received was the exact dollar amount on the check that I saw that my father was handing. How does that happen? Down to the cents, you guys. So basically, from what I got from the dream, was that my father was looking out for me. And my father somehow, from up above, made sure that somehow I was supposed to get the money that was owed to me. There's no other explanation for it, right? Some things just happen in this lifetime, and I know they've happened for you too, that, excuse me, that there's just no explanation for, other than something much bigger than us, right? So, let's see. Anything else that we want to talk about? I don't know. Everybody says cafeastrology.com is a good place because it's free and you can get your chart. I don't know. I've never done it. Okay, let me tell you something. I saw my money in a check. That's different. When you're seeing cash money around you, that's not a good thing. If you're seeing it and you don't touch it in your dream, then that's good. That means money's coming to you. If you're seeing tons of money around you and you're touching it in your dream, that's not a good thing. That means you're going to get upset about something. I'm just letting you know, because I know about dream interpretations too. Okay? When you see something red in your dream, even if you see blood in your dream, that means something very quick is going to happen. You need to know that too. Hey, Steve. I know we are. You're having a lot of migraines. You could be ascending. That happens when you ascend. Or it could be if you are connecting with a soulmate or a twin flame that you could be you know, have you ever noticed that when you're really connected with your twin flame or your soulmate, all of a sudden you could be perfectly fine, and then all of a sudden you start feeling a little weird? You know, like maybe you start having an ache here or pain there, or start having headaches, or and you're going, what's going on? I was perfectly fine just now, right? It's because you're so connected with this person that you actually are picking up their symptoms. You need to know that as well. Okay, so a lot of times what's going on with you, you know, is not you. I'm just saying. All right. Okay, somebody wants me to share my love story. I wouldn't say it's really a love story. Hey, Sabrina. Thank you so much for your donation. You can rewind back. I've discussed about numbers in detail. You can go check that out then. Listen, mine was not a love story. Well, it started, I thought it was love. But it landed up being something very, well, it was definitely a life lesson. I fell in love with somebody who I thought was a good person. They landed up being very toxic. I landed up staying with them because I had a child with them. And I tolerated a lot of stuff that I would not have normally tolerated. I tried to be compassionate. I tried to be understanding. This person also, from stating that, you know, they were a casual drinker, in reality, when I actually married them, I found out that this person was not a casual drinker. This person was actually an alcoholic. So that's why, I don't know how long you guys have been with me on Heart Passion Tarot. I've helped a lot of women that were in situations like that, that were really having a hard time breaking free from those kind of situations. I don't know. I found myself not being myself anymore. This person had, and you know, the thing was, is that they really didn't remember what mean things they had said the morning after. It was like they had almost blacked out everything that they had said. But for me, I took it to heart, and it stayed with me, and I remembered everything that was said, if you understand what I'm saying to you. That's why I have such a compassion for people when they're hurting, when they're in bad relationships, when they're not being treated fairly, male or female. And I don't hold any resentment. Yeah, it made me sad, terribly sad, actually. But I look at that now, and if it wasn't for him acting the way he acted, I would never be here today. And I would never be the woman that I am today. So that experience, even though I fell, right? Remember we were talking, it doesn't matter how many times we fall. We always have to kind of dust ourselves up, learn what that was all about, and move forward with our life. You can never compare one experience with another experience because no two people are alike, okay? When we start talking about repeating the same patterns over and over again in our relationships, then that means we're doing something wrong. And by the way, you may not know this, my brothers and sisters, but on this channel, if you go to one of my playlists, Christmas of 2019, I did, I think it's 27 videos, starting with one, finishing on 27. And I did not charge for the course. It was something that I did for free for women and men out there that were having a hard time in their relationships, or they were picking the same type of people over and over again and getting hurt again. So I made each lesson a video. All you need is a pencil and a pen. If you feel that you keep attracting the same people, if you feel that you simply can't find the right person for you, if you feel that you keep making the same mistakes again and again, I suggest that you take that course. It really makes you look at a lot of things. Now, if in that course you're already doing that, you've already made that change within yourself, fine, skip it, go to the next course. But it really makes you take a look at your relationships. And when you look at the relationship one by one, you'll start seeing a repetition of traits in those people. It'll make you aware of a lot of things that possibly you need to change within yourself so that you don't attract those type of people in your life again. All about, right, when we talk about self-worth, self-love. There was a reason why you picked those people. That's what I wanted to talk about. When we were talking about love and compassion, we want to talk about relationships. We need to make sure, you know, everybody says, oh, you know, there's that perfect person for me out there. Okay, first of all, let's get out of that mindset that we're perfect or that somebody else is perfect. Nobody's perfect, okay? Nobody's perfect. And if you go in with that assumption that somebody is perfect, then you're going to be disappointed, okay? Because nobody's perfect. When you're in a love relationship with somebody, you constantly have to give to the relationship if you want it to grow, if you want it to blossom, right? And that person needs to do the same thing too. I'm not saying Virgo, because we've done it so many times, right? Where we're always giving and giving and giving and giving and trying to make everything good and everything all right. No, I'm talking about two people both giving to the relationship. It takes work to have a good relationship. And especially if you want a great relationship. It needs love. It needs attention, right? It needs, like you take care of your flowers or your plants, right? You got to water them. If you don't water them, they're going to die, right? But in order for you to be prepared to have a relationship that's worthy for you to be in, the first person you got to be okay with is yourself. Right. And that's why you're always hearing stuff like, you know, love yourself first and heal yourself up. Be the better version of yourself that you can be. So that way, when you get into a relationship, you're meeting somebody who can meet you on the same level, right? Because people get involved in relationships for money reasons, for lust, for passion, for codependency reasons. And God knows how many other reasons they get involved in relationships, which are all for the wrong reasons. You come together with somebody because you're at the point in your life where even if you were to be alone by yourself, you're happy, you're content, right? Then only you can fully give of yourself to another person. And you're hoping that that person is at that same level too, right? You sure don't want to get involved in a relationship just because, you know, the passion is great, or because somebody has money, or because you feel that you wouldn't be complete unless this person was in your life. You complete yourself. You have to know that, Virgo. You need to complete yourself first. That's what the most important thing is right there when it comes to relationships. Because if you're not complete within yourself and you're not content and you're not happy within yourself, you can't expect somebody else to do that for you, because you will only end up getting disappointed. I'm just saying. And you're really not here to get in a relationship where somebody can't fully give you the love and attention that you fully deserve and need. Like, you know, when we talk about that equal give and take, right? The scales have to be balanced. There can't always be someone giving more to the relationship than the other. If two people truly love each other, then they're going to do everything possible, right, to create this beautiful harmony and balance that needs to belong between two people. And you can't make somebody be something or be the way you want them to be. They have to already be like that, right? Whether you want it or you don't want it, right? You can't make everybody be the way you want them to be. Everybody's different. If everybody was exactly the same, how boring would that be? And don't think that you're going to meet somebody and you're going to, because Virgos, right? We, you know, yeah, we are picky. We are. We are. But if you meet somebody and you see there's certain things about them that you don't like, don't for a second think in your mind that you're going to miraculously change this person. It's not your job to change somebody. If you don't like what you see, don't make excuses for this person. Just know that this person is not what you would want as a lifetime partner. Don't think that you're going to become their lifetime partner and you're going to change them. It doesn't work like that. A person can only change if they want to change within, and only if they can align themselves, right? On all four levels. When we look at tarot, right, I'm going to give you an example. When we talk about the magician, who is the magician? Virgo. Virgo is the magician. Because Virgo's got all the tools, right? Heart, mind, spirituality. We take good care of our health, right? The physical. So we embody all four of the elements, from abundance to emotions to love and everything else, right? So remember who you are, Virgo. You are the magician. You do have all the tools that you need. And if you see yourself getting to a point because you're in a situation, a love situation, a relationship situation, where it's not making you happy, and you see it distracting you from the things that you want to accomplish, right? And it's crippling you in some way, then maybe it's time for you to let that go and move forward, move ahead, because you've got your whole life ahead of you. And your life is what you create, right? Like I said, that force comes from inside of you. No one is going to make stuff happen for you unless you want to make it happen for yourself. And I know you guys all have it in you. You're all creative. You're all hardworking. You're all ambitious. You all set your goals, right? You go after your dreams. But unfortunately, sometimes people come in our lives and they kind of mess us up, and we get a little bit off kilter. We start getting sad because somebody's not reciprocating the same as we would like for them to. And then we get all sad and depressed and we go in our hermit cave and we can't function. So be aware of that. And try not to let yourself get into that space when you know there's things that you need to be chasing and things that you need to be doing for your own self, for your abundance, and for your future. Yeah, you know what? I got to say something about that. You know, my angels have got this, right? It's so funny. You know, I do your reading, right? And it's gotten to the point where I got to be honest, I'm really trying to, you know, focus anywhere else. I'm asking the angels, please, if you got somebody else's story that you'd like to tell us today, please come into this reading. I'm saying to myself, how is that possible, Virgo? How is that possible? It's like it wants to be known over and over and over again. And I mean, like I even mentioned this to you, right? I truly believe when I'm doing this reading, it's because it's those Virgos out there that are going, yes, Julia's telling me. And for as long as you're watching me, you're believing in the connection, right? And then maybe an hour or two later, you start doubting the connection again. So then here comes Julia the next day again. Spirits go, all right, you better let Virgo know what's going on here. Of course, it's not a message for everybody, but you know who you are. If the messages are resonating, you know it's your story, right? And sometimes I get upset because people are like, "Oh, Julia, da 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 da." Am I doing it? Really? I mean, you guys see the cards, right, that are coming out. And then all of a sudden they tell me to look on the bottom of the deck and it's like, oh, okay. You see Virgo, right? It's like, so I'm just hoping that whoever that story is resonating with, please, you guys, you know, just kind of come together now so, you know, we can help the other group who's like moved on, doesn't want this person or whatever else is going on. That's all I'm saying. Oh my, it's funny. What is going on with this thing? All right, let's see. Anybody else saying something here? I love you too, Paulina. I love all of you. You know that. I just want to say something. If there's cross watchers watching us right now, and you love your Virgo, and you know that your Virgo is your soulmate, for God's sake, what are you waiting for? Really, what are you waiting for? For 5 years to go by, 10 years to go by before you're sure? Seriously, what are you waiting for? With everything else that's going on out there, wouldn't your true love be like a wonderful thing in your life right now? Somebody that you can grow old with, somebody that you can share your life with. I'm just saying. I hope somebody heard that. Hey, Dixie. Hey, Sandra, 1111. Manya, let's talk about that. All right. Manya says what she said, right? She said, oh, yeah, Virgos get fed up, and when we're gone, we're gone. Okay. Look, yes, I can tell you. Virgo, somebody can hurt you once. They can come back with an apology. You'll forgive them. They'll do it a second time. Virgo will forgive them. 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times. Okay, let's say 10 times. You've forgiven them. At some point, Virgo says, enough is enough. And there's a big misconception about Virgos. You know, they all say, oh, Virgo is service to others. Virgo's this. Virgo is, yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes. Are we analytical? Yes. Thank God we use our mind. Thank God we plan ahead. Because if we didn't plan ahead, what would the rest of them do? Yes, we think out everything. We think out everything and then we take action. There's other people I've heard in the comments, they call Virgos narcissists. Why are we narcissists? Listen, people need Virgos to point out their weaknesses or things that they need to change within themselves. And because nobody else has enough guts to speak the truth to that individual. Virgo will, though, and Virgo will because they love them and they want the best for them. So if that lands up having somebody dislike you because of your honesty, I feel really, and I think I've mentioned this to you before, then that's something they really need to deal with within themselves. It's something that they don't want to look at within themselves to fix. So then Virgo becomes the bad guy or the bad girl for saying what they said. Maya's right about what she's saying. Yes, after 10 times of just trying to help, trying to be there, trying to be supportive, and somebody just keeps doing what they're doing, and you accept their apology and they repeat the same process again, yes, at some point, there's another side of Virgo where Virgo's not so nice anymore. Virgo turns ice cold because you've lost Virgo's trust. You've lost Virgo's love. And believe you me, the person that's doing all this to Virgo has far more to lose than Virgo does. That's the honest truth. Now, in some situations, though, Maya, I have to say, when you mentioned about Virgos getting fed up and walking away, there's other circumstances where Virgo will get fed up and walk away. There's other reasons why that happens. Sometimes Virgo becomes really impatient. That's one. Because Virgo knows what they want. They set up their plan. They go after what they want. So Virgo becomes impatient. That's one. Two, Virgo sometimes will not get the reaction that they want from somebody, even though they've come from a good heart space, right, towards someone. But there are some Virgos out there that will walk away from the situation, and that becomes a defense mechanism for Virgo because Virgo doesn't want to get hurt. Because if they are giving and they are not getting that in return from somebody that they love, they take that as the person not really caring for them. So automatically, and this all happens because there's certain issues and hurts and regret that Virgo's still holding on to, right? That fear of being hurt again. So automatically, Virgo puts up that wall, puts up that shield and says, you know what? I don't want to feel this pain again. I've already felt this pain so many times. So I think it's best for me to just walk away. And that way I don't have to think about it. I don't have to worry about getting hurt again, right? Right. So sometimes, yes, what Manya said is true, but a lot of times Virgo will walk away because they're trying to prevent themselves from getting hurt again. Okay. Which, if that is you, that means there are some things within yourself that you just need to let go of now. Like I said, no two people are the same, right? And it's through your life experiences and from falling down and picking yourself up where you have learned your life lessons now. And at some point, Virgo, you should be able to look a mile away and see something or someone and know exactly what's headed your way and know whether or not you want to get involved or not get involved. But most of the time, you may start thinking those things because of fear, right? Without even giving a person a chance. So there's a fine line there. There are different reasons why Virgo walks away. Legitimately, they have reasons to walk away. And for other reasons, they walk away because they're trying to prevent themselves from being hurt again. So, yeah. You guys, I just wanted to say thank you for all your blessings and your donations during this conversation. I really was not expecting it, and I'm most grateful for it. I really wanted to have this conversation with you because there's a lot of things that need to be spoken about. And I feel when somebody truly loves you, that they're willing to speak those things with you. No matter whether or not you agree or disagree, it's food for thought, right? And I feel that no matter how young you are, no matter how old you are, you don't know everything. And sometimes even if it's a little piece that you'll take from what I said to you, it still makes me feel good inside, right? Because it's something that I made you aware of that maybe you didn't know about. And I'm sure many of you out there have many things that you could share with me that I don't know about. I'm never one to say that I know everything because I don't. And Virgos are always, always full of knowledge about different topics and different things because that's how our mind works. We enjoy learning, right, and teaching and spreading our love and cheer around for everyone and our support and our help, which is a beautiful thing. And always remember that, Virgo. It doesn't matter what anybody else does. As long as you can lay your head down at night when you go to sleep and be thankful for what you have and always be humble for what you have. You're the one who can wake up in the morning with a smile on your face and feel good for who you are and what you believe in. And don't worry about what anybody else thinks, really. As long as you can go to sleep with a peaceful mind and a heart and a soul, that's what's most important, right? As long as you know you've done the best that you can do, that's what you take with you at the end, right? So anyways, you guys, I don't want to keep you. We've been on here for like an hour and a half, I think. Yeah. We'll do this again. Oh, yeah, an hour and a half we've been on here. I love you all very much. I want you to be safe. Okay, I really do. But I know if any sign at all, what crystals do I use? Steve says amethyst and citron. I love those. And quartz, rose quartz, of course. For love. I know you guys are always careful because you're Virgos, right? You plan ahead. God, what would everybody do without us? Like, I don't know. Oh, it's like when somebody needs something, right? It's like Virgo's the medicine cabinet, right? I got that. Like, yeah, no worry. I'll be right back. You know, Virgo's got everything. We're always planning ahead. Anyways, I love you very much. It's an honor. And thank you for your love and support for being here. You guys are amazing. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the love and support. And I'm always here for you. You know that. I've turned off comments because people are just acting silly on YouTube. You know, if you want to contact me, because a lot of you have already, contact me through Messenger at Heart Passion Tarot, right on Facebook, right? You know I'm there for you. I always will be there for you. And we'll keep in contact that way, right? I just feel like it's time for me to pull my energy away from the comments and stuff. Oh, and by the way, whoever's going on there and putting stuff, you know, about women lines and stuff like that on there, please, really, you know, don't do that. Oh, you won't be able to do it anyways anymore. Right? Right. Anyways, sending you all my love and my blessings, you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful week ahead. Know that I'm always with you and I'm always thinking about you and sending you all my love, my light, and my protection. Virgo, know that you are special. You are truly special. Okay? And your blessings are arriving. They are. For all the good things that you have done in this lifetime. All right? I send you all my love. Be good now, okay? And God bless y'all. Good night.